I'm here at the Lucerne Auto Range to test out the Badger 1022 stock. The stock seems to fit and finish very well, and the trigger pull is a little strange because it is a bullpup, and bullpups tend to have long, spongy triggers. It works good. There's no flex in it. Once you reach the point of where the trigger breaks, it stops and is solid. Reset works just fine. The doesn't affect accuracy. I put a Barska 3x9 22 scope on it, and that seems to work just fine with it with some high scope mounts, because if you use the standard mounts, it will not mount. It bumps into the receiver, even with the pick and tinny rail on top of it. So you got to get a little extra high mount. Seems to be a great little product. Real happy with it. I love 1022s, and I love bullpups even more. This gives me plenty more options to work with. I don't know if I'm going to keep this particular scope because I seem to favor red dots, and I'll probably end up putting a TRS 25 on it like my other bullpups. The little red dot just seems to work perfectly for the distances that you're shooting a 22 at. I kind of started the video backwards, so what you're seeing at the very end is what I was doing at the very beginning, but hey, I'm no expert YouTube video creator. I did want to get this out there though, because this is a great product, and Gary Morris is the one who designed it. It's made in America, it's out of top quality plastic, and it's a good American product. They also sell the pick and tinny rail that's on top. You don't have to use the pick and tinny rail. You can use your 1022 sights if you want to. You put your cheek right down on the stock. Your eyes will line up with your factory sights. Once you mount the rail, though, the sights are out because they get blocked by the rail. This does not use the clamshell design, which is a plus in my opinion. You simply have to remove the screws on the bottom and pull your action out of the stock, which allows you to take it apart and clean it without losing zero on your scope, because the scope mount is integral with the 1022 receiver. So it works out. Take the gun apart, clean it, put it back together, and it's very easy to take apart. I'm going to do another video on how to take it apart and show you how to put it together, because it's very straightforward. The 1022 that I'm using in this stock came out of a clamshell muzzle light 1022 stock that had the worst trigger pull, I think, of any 22 I've ever shot. The transfer from the main front trigger to the 1022 trigger was made out of plastic rods, which bend and give and flex, and you can't have that in a bullpup. You have to use a steel rod or a really hefty aluminum rod so that you don't get that flex. And the Gary Morris Badger Gunstock uses a 4mm steel rod to achieve that. It is a great little gun so far. I'm going to do some more testing on it, and like I said, I will do a taking apart video. I'll post that as well. Thanks a lot. Ruger Fiend out.
Huh? The big one or the little? Yeah. Yeah. Easier way. No problem. See the tip.
I went ahead and moved it on down to 50 yards to see how it'll do down there. Trigger pull seems to be fine, and the reset, like I said, it's a little bit long and spongy. Getting ready to go hot here, so I'm going to get off the line. Here we are at the Lucerne Valley Lions Club range, and we're going to test out the new 1022 Badger gun stock. See how well it works. Test the trigger and things like that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stop here and get things rolling. Okay, I set some targets up at 25 yards. I have to get this thing sighted in because I just mounted the scope. So we'll see what happens here.